So in the spirit of Halloween, I thought I would tell you guys a scary, true paranormal experience that I had, and it was not too long ago. I've like debated making this video because it happened in this apartment probably like 3 months ago, and I still can't explain it. I don't really know what happened. All I know is that me and my friend Michaela were fucking scared shitless, and I don't know how to explain what happened that night. Basically, I actually filmed a video the same night that this whole thing happened. Me and her, we were drinking, doing the alcohol drinking taste test, okay? And I know some of you are gonna be like, oh my god, you guys were drunk, you don't know what you're talking about, but like, trust me when I say, like, we both remember this 100% clearly. Like, it's insane. We were drinking, whatever, and then it was time to go to bed, and she was staying at my apartment. I'm about to lay down on my bed, and she's about to lay down on the futon. And all of a sudden, I'm not even kidding you, we hear this deep growl. And it wasn't like my cat, because my cat's never growled. Like, it did not sound like anything that could come out of my cat. It sounded like almost like a human or like a demon. Honestly, like the best way to describe it, it sounded like a fucking demon, and it was coming from my kitchen. And my cat has never, she's fixed everything. The only time my cat has ever like hissed was when I was like touching her tail, and she didn't like that. She has never growled, ever. I had never heard her growl in my life, and I know for a fact, like I know in my gut, it was not her. And so we're both drunk, by the way, and you know how when you're drunk you're like kind of just like let shit go? Well, we both literally were laying down, we heard this like growl, like monstrous growl coming from my kitchen, and I sat up and she sat up at the same time, and I looked at her and I go, did you hear that? And she goes, oh my god, yes. And we both just started bawling our eyes out because it was so scary. We thought someone was in my apartment. We didn't know what it was. And so finally I got up and I looked, and there's obviously nothing there. Like, my door is locked. So we're just like shitting our pants, like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And like, my cat was fine. She didn't seem like upset by anything, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't my fucking cat who made that noise. So we were both like, what the fuck? Like, we were so freaked out that I actually called my boyfriend, and I was like, can you come here right now? Like, we just heard this fucking growl come from the kitchen, and it was loud and it was scary. And my boyfriend was like, sure, yeah, I'll come right over. It just doesn't make sense. So John gets here, he buzzes my buzzer. And my buzzer doesn't work. That's another important detail. My buzzer to get into my apartment, it doesn't work. It hasn't worked since I started living here. Like, my fucking landlord is cool. I don't know. He buzzes it just expecting me to walk out and let him in. Well, somebody buzzed him in. And this was at 3 in the morning, by the way. Somebody buzzed him in, and he thought that was super creepy because he's like, what the fuck was that? Like, how did I get buzzed in at 3 in the morning when Meg's buzzer doesn't work on her door? He's holding the door, and he looks behind him, and through the woods, I'm not even kidding, he sees someone, I don't know, he saw like a large figure running through the woods, like behind where I live, just running through the woods, and he heard like twigs snapping and everything like that. And so he was like, what the fuck? This is so creepy. So he goes inside and he's like knocking on my door, like, okay, let me in. So this is the part that I don't understand. So this is the part that's like very strange, is he was pounding on the door and neither of us heard it. And it's one thing to be like drunk, but usually like if someone's pounding on the door, you still like would hear that, you know what I mean? And he was calling me, he was knocking on the door, he knocked on the other door, and he called my friend. He just had this like weird feeling, this bad feeling, and he couldn't get into my apartment. And like, I knew he was coming, like I wouldn't have just fallen asleep, like I knew he was coming. So it was just very weird situation. And then I remember letting him in. Like, I remember him texting me, I'm here, and like I got his text and I went outside and he's like, I've been here for a half an hour like trying to get in, like you guys didn't hear me? And I was like, no, we didn't hear anything. And so it was just super fucking weird. And after that, like, nothing else creepy happened. He literally just stayed in my room, and like my friend was like shook from that though. I will say, she went home, she told me, she was like, dude, I left in the morning and it was like 7 in the morning. She was sobbing the entire way home. She was so scared and it freaked her the fuck out. She's been here since, but I honestly, if I was her, I'd be like, dude, your house is fucking haunted, something's wrong. And it was just a very, you always have to say hello, don't you? Oh, my precious. Huh. So basically, we were scared shitless that night. And yeah, that was scary. You didn't do that, did you? Was it you? Huh? Was it you? I think it was. She's like, yeah, it was me, sorry. No, but it was just a really creepy night of events. Even my boyfriend, who was dead sober, thought that it was a very creepy feeling. Luna doesn't think it's creepy. Probably was her all along. Oh my god, bitch. Fucking hair in my lipstick. Alright, well, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome Halloween, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.